And welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we are reviewing Tom and Jerry, the new movie that just came out on HBO Max and in theaters. If you want to go see it. I don't. In theaters. I don't want to see it in theaters.
Let's review this movie. I don't want to.
I'm good. I literally was so excited about this movie when I saw it. When did I? Because I think I sent you the trailer, or I told you about it, and I was like, oh, Tom and Jerry, the movie?
Yeah, I don't think I knew about it until you sent me something about it.
Literally saw it, and I was like, of course, yes, more please.
Yeah,
make a 2 right now. Haven't seen it. Make a 2
with tails.
Yeah, with tails, any of them. I was just like, let's go, because I was excited. I love Tom and Jerry. Who doesn't, really? What kind of Hitler Nazi doesn't like Tom
I watched Tom and Jerry all the time when I was younger. I thought it was great. Like Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes. I don't know, pick 2 cartoon animals that are trying to kill each other.
Wile E. Coyote.
Oh,
Roadrunner.
classic.
And then I like when they all became babies. And they were hilarious.
Oh, Looney Tunes babies.
The Tiny Toons.
Oh, Tiny Toons. Oh, Tiny Toons was great.
Yes.
I watched that shit a lot when I was a kid.
Yes. Everything was great. And I still keep bringing up the whole wacky racist. And I think you told me what the name was.
Yes, but even though I'd never seen it.
You're like, I never watched it.
I only knew about it because of South Park.
I used to watch it all the time. All the time. Characters I had no clue that apparently came out in the 70s. Like, what's the one thing that looks like Thing from...
Captain Caveman?
Yes. He was great in Wacky Races, and I think I seen like one episode of his show, and I was like, "This is dumb."
Was Jabberjaw in the Wacky Racers?
Yes, he was. Because that's the only way I knew of him.
Yeah, the big shark that sounds like Curly from the Three Stooges.
Yes.
Yeah, because that played good in the '90s.
I mean,
I liked it because I liked it. I always laughed at the Three Stooges when I was a kid. I love physical comedy. Hence, I love Tom and Jerry because they just beat the shit out of each other.
Facts. Hated Three Stooges. Didn't like it. Didn't care for them. Didn't see the movie when it came out, even though my guy Will Sasso was
Curly.
Yeah, I was like,
the movie was okay.
No,
Larry David was in it for a little bit. He played a nun. It was fucking hilarious.
Nice.
Yes.
Speaking of Larry David, I saw there is a clip of, I don't know which TV show it is. It's like an unsolved mystery show, and I watched the clip was on. What was it on? It was on TikTok. And it was like 6 different parts, and I'm watching all of them. And it was about a baseball game.
Yes.
I didn't know. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like...
like the guy being in the background of the shot proved that he did not commit a murder.
Yes. I was like... And they had him, like, dead to rights or something like that. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And they kept bringing Larry David in to, like, interview. He was like... I don't even know what's going on.
Because he was filming it at like a real ball game.
Him and old girl, Kim Whitley, I think her name is. She's hilarious.
She was playing a prostitute in the episode.
I was like,
who he hired so he could use the carpool lane.
Yes, classic. And the talking guy from Arrested Development was the guy he was meeting.
Yes, may he rest in peace.
Yes, he did die a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago now, I think. But yes, I was like, wait, I know all these people, and I'm like, what just happened?
Yep.
And they were like, yeah. And then the guy who didn't commit the murder wouldn't speak. He was just like, did you do it? He's like, what? Like, he wouldn't talk. And, like, he wouldn't, like, not, he didn't admit it, but he wouldn't say he didn't. And he was just like, but I didn't. And then they asked his daughter, and his daughter's like, no, we went to a baseball game. But, like, she was, like, 6. So they were like, well, she's not reliable. But he never told them that he went to the baseball game. His daughter was the reason why they even investigated it. I was like, what?
Yeah, I would have everybody telling them, like, we were at a ball game. They were at a ball game.
Same. I went to a Dodgers game once.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was it?
Hot. Hot as fuck.
Was it hot and boring?
Yes.
Because baseball is kind of boring.
It was boring because it was hot. No, I'm sorry. It was hot, which means I wasn't paying attention, which made it boring. But we were in LA, and I was like, let's go to a Dodgers game. She was like, sure. And we sat in the nosebleed section. They cost $7. The tickets cost $7 a piece. And literally, we were like sardines next to each other. Like me, her, and then everyone else. pre-coronavirus, obviously. And no mask in sight. And we were up there, but the nosebleeds was the only part of the stadium that had shade.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought the opposite.
No, because the field is, that's where all the sun is. And then the going from the field out is where the shade is.
Huh.
Yeah. So we were right, and it was still hot. I took the Snapchat has a feature where it does a temperature. Mm-hmm. It was like 115 or something like that, 117.
No thanks.
Yeah, I took a picture and I was like, I'm ready to go.
I'll say, did you guys stay for the whole game?
We got there at like the 5th inning.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, this is boring. We ate something and then we left.
6th inning, you're like, all right.
Yeah, basically.
Well, cross it off the bucket list.
Like Abed.
Getting heat stroke.
That's exactly what I did. Either way, let's get this started. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. Okay, let's go with Chris for the plot.
All right. Okay, so everybody, I would imagine at this point in human history, knows who Tom and Jerry are. Cartoon mouse, cartoon cat. Can't seem to get along until they kind of have to. And then after they're done with that, it's right back to not. So, starts out, Jerry's kind of a little bastard in this movie. He's looking for a place to live. Or I should say, he doesn't start out as a little bastard. He's looking for a place to live. Some rat, literal rat, shows him around, shows him the inside of a car's glove compartment as like his first place to live. And he opens it up and he's like, oh, check out this view. And you see like a fucking chalk outline of a mouse. like someone died here in this car. There's like cartoon cockroaches. It's a shithole by even apparently rat standards.
Yes.
He's like I can unload this on this bum. He doesn't know, on this rube. And Jerry doesn't buy it.
Well, he goes, on your salary, on what you're trying to pay, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah, and you're like, oh. Jerry's like, I can do better. But he doesn't say it because he doesn't speak.
Facts.
So he's like, oh, well, I'll just keep looking for places. Has a run-in with like a squirrel, some other animals. No luck. Happens upon Tom in Central Park, New York, pretending to be fucking blind, playing the keyboard. Which you'd think keyboard playing cat is good enough. You're like, no, he's got a gimmick. He's blind. And all these people are like throwing money in a hat. Like a little bit of money in a hat. A little bit. Everybody's got a gimmick now. Everybody's throwing like, change in a hat. And Jerry's like, this guy, I can capitalize on this.
I'll do you one better.
And he slaps a sign. He slaps his own sign over Tom's, like Tom piano playing cat. It says like, well, Jerry the dancing mouse. And Jerry starts fucking dancing and puts a little can there. And people are pouring money into this fucking can. And Tom immediately breaks kayfabe. And they're like, he can see. And Tom like starts going after him. They're like, keep a piano playing cat. That's much less interesting. I'm out of here. I want my money back.
He's not blind.
He's not even blind. And people like take their money back. And Tom breaks his keyboard trying to kill Jerry. And they're running all over New York City trying to kill each other. Or Tom's trying to kill Jerry. Jerry doesn't have to try to kill Tom. Tom always just fucking destroys himself.
Facts.
Until Tom grabs him, and Jerry pretends he has something in his hand that he doesn't want him to see. And then Tom's like, oh, let me see it. Then Jerry's fucking fist sizes up like quadruple size, and he punches him right in the eye.
Right in the mush, see?
Punch you right in the mush, see? And he runs off. So Jerry is chased into the, was it the Royal Gate Hotel?
Yes.
Which I don't even sure if that's a real place. Probably not. Mm-hmm. But maybe it is. I've never been to New York. Chases him in there, and he's safe. Tom tries to get in the back way. and gets his head almost chopped off by a fucking shutter door, and then he gets the big boot and gets kicked out in the gutter. Some random stray cats come up on him, start talking shit, saying he's on their turf, and grab him up by the collar, and they're gonna clean his clock.
Fair.
And animal control rolls by. Tom whistles for him. The guys look back. Oh shit! Here comes the 5-0. Here comes the popos. And look back at Tom. Dude's holding the fucking mop. Classic. Switcheroo. So Jerry's in the hotel. Tom gives them the slip and discovers that, Jerry's in there. He's got to find a way in. Cut to a human being. Was it Chloe Grace Moretz's character? Kayla is a job hopper working a temp job as a delivery person. Tom and Jerry's antics inadvertently ruin her job, and she quits, or she's about to get fired, so she quits. She goes into said hotel and discovers that there's like some big borderline royal wedding event gonna happen there, and they're hiring temp people to like staff it. She's like, I can get this. I'll try to get this job. Scams her way into the job. Hotel finds out they now have a cartoon mouse problem, and she can't catch him. She tells her boss she's going to catch the mouse. No one can catch Jerry. He's uncatchable. So she's like, how do you catch a cartoon mouse? Cartoon cat. Got it. And antics ensue. Some lessons are learned. Enemies become friends. Friends become enemies. And I think we'll pretty much cover the rest of it. But it's a Tom and Jerry movie, so again, if you know Tom and Jerry, there's going to be some antics, there's going to be some shenanigans, there's going to be some cartoon violence, and there's going to be some laughs. So that's pretty much the plot. I'll throw it over to Keith for the cast. On the cast.
Yeah. Shit. Every time. Gets me
every damn time.
Every time. I love it. I'm not going to lie. I've come around. Let's go with this young cast. A lot of people that I know in it. A lot of people in this movie. Whatever. Let's get started.
So there's some podcast favorite people in here.
There are? Yeah.
Whether they've mentioned it on the cast or not.
Fair.
We've, at least probably in life, you're like, oh, I know them, or I like them.
Absolutely. All right, so first up, Chloe Grace Moretz. Her name is Kayla. Mm-hmm. You may know her from Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
You may know her from Kick-Ass 2.
Kick-Ass as well.
As well. Yes. Yeah. Then that's pretty much it. I don't really know her from anything else. Oh, she was Wednesday Addams, the voice of Wednesday Addams in the new Addams Family movie.
Oh, the animated one?
The what?
The animated one?
Yes.
The non-live action one?
Oh. Yes, her. Egg? Yes. Next up, we have Michael Peña. A lot of people know him from Ant-Man. I honestly forgot I was going to say Avengers. I forgot. So here's the thing. When I saw him in Ant-Man, I was like, oh, I know this guy. He was never the funny man in any movie before that. He only was like a serious character. He was in... You ever seen Crash?
No, but I'm looking at... That's like the second thing on here, and I remember you telling me about it.
Oh, yeah. Crash was crazy. He played a doorsmith, a locksmith. And he was fixing... someone broke in Sandra Bullock's house, and he was fixing her door, her locks on it. So she got new locks. When she saw it was him, she was like, I don't want him to have a copy of my key. Keep all the copies of my keys because he's going to bring his thug homies... That's the way Sandra Bullock says it. He's going to bring his thug homies back, and they're going to try to rape me. Blah, blah, blah. Yes.
Did they?
No.
Did it happen?
He was a good guy.
There you go.
He was a good guy. Yeah. He was like, and he didn't say it. She didn't say it to him. She said it to her husband. He overheard it, and then left all the keys and was like,
aw,
don't worry. I won't come back. I was like, this guy. Whew. I'm almost certain. No. But anyway, so he was in Ant-Man, so that's how we know him. Something I saw from the credits. Tom, played by Tom, and Jerry, played by Jerry. I was like, yes. as they should.
I saw that.
Because I think it said Tom as himself and Jerry as himself.
Yes.
I was like, as they should. Either way.
I like that.
Another main character, his name was Cameron in the movie. His real name is Jordan Bolger. I don't really know him from much. He was in Peaky Blinders, but I've never seen it. I've seen like 3 episodes and I stopped watching it. My girlfriend loves it. I don't like it. Next up, we have Rob Delaney. He plays Mr. Dubros. Best known, or as we know him, from Deadpool 2. He was Peter, or what was his name?
He called him Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear.
If I remember right.
He dies. But then he comes back alive.
Then they travel back in time to save him.
Facts. Let's see. Next up, somebody I've never seen before. Patsy, Ferran. Don't know her from anything.
Same.
Haven't seen any of these movies she's been in. Jamestown, heard of it. Seems weird. I don't like watching movies like that or shows like that where they depict, like, basically, I don't know, ridiculousness. I don't know. People wearing dresses down to their fucking feet, shit like that. It's annoying. I just don't care to watch it. Somebody we do know, Colin Jost. He plays Ben. He's the He's the guy getting married. His wife is Preeta. Her real name is Pallavi Sharda. I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but that was me trying. But they're getting married in the movie. It is what it is. Colin Jost, funny from SNL. Let's see. Ken Jeong.
Yes.
He's in there as Chef Jackie. He's hilarious. He doesn't really have a lot of screen time, but he's funny.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down to some voices. Joe Buck. Oh, okay.
He's a sportscaster, right?
Yes, he is a sportscaster on Fox News or Fox Sports. He does a lot of the Cowboy games, so I know exactly who Joe Buck is. I don't remember him in the movie.
I'm guessing it was probably just his voice during the baseball game scenes. Maybe.
Was there a baseball game?
Yeah, they were at the was it a Yankees game? When he
yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Next up we have the voice of Spike. Spike shows up in this movie and I love it. Bobby Cannavale. He is also an Ant-Man. He's the dad.
Oh!
I think this is the same guy. Yes, this has to be the same guy. Yeah, he's Paxton, the dad in the movie.
Okay.
He's the one dating Paul Rudd's wife or ex-wife. He's also in The Other Guys. That's where I knew him from when I saw Ant-Man.
Okay.
He is the one cop, and they go, "Hey, when'd you do your first desk pop?" September 08. He's that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, because he used to call. He was the one who called Mark Wahlberg Yankee Clipper. It's like, I lost a lot of money on that game.
Just shot A-Rod.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yes. After that, I don't really know this guy, but there are a lot of people. There were a group of cats that harassed Tom, and they are called the Plastic Cup Boys. And they are, I learned this a while ago, but they are comedians that do comedy with Kevin Hart. A couple of them, I'll tell you their names. Joey Wells, Harry Ratchford, and Will Spank Horton. They were 3 voices of the cats. And then Naeem Lynn, he does the voice for the cat too. He's also a comedian as well.
Okay.
So they've all done comedy with Kevin Hart. And the only reason I know that is because I literally follow a comedian, Kev on Stage, and like all his friends are comedians, and then they do their own shows. So I follow every single one of their shows. And these guys were on a show, that I saw, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Next up, Lil Rel Howery. He had his own show called The Lil Rel Show, but he was also in Get Out, which I know you said you've never seen.
Not yet, anyway. I'd like to see it.
You should watch it. I won't watch it with you, to be fair.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you didn't want to see it again. Otherwise, I would have pitched it for the podcast at some point.
Yeah, I watched it a while ago, and then I watched it recently.
Oh, he was in Bird Box.
Yeah, he was in Bird Box.
Oh, that was a fucking movie.
He was the guy in the grocery store. He was the one, when they went into the grocery store, he was living there, and they end up trapping him in like the ice closet or something. They killed him in there, something like that, because the whatever the entity was in there, and that's how he got.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was just like the funny guy, and he was only in it for a little bit. He was also in Tag as well, with Hawkeye, Andy.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
The guy from New Girl.
Hannibal Buress, John Hamm.
Hannibal Buress, and what's his name? John Hamm, yeah. And I can't think of his name. He's from Jurassic Park.
Jake Johnson?
New Girl. Yeah.
Is that his name? Is that Jake Johnson?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the poster, and the names are kind of covered up.
Oh, he's also going to be in a movie called, and I can't wait to watch it, it's called Free Guy.
Ooh!
I told you about this.
Where Ryan Reynolds is a video game character.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like at the top of his, on his IMDb page. It's like, where is it?
Because it's not out yet.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly, I just saw it. I didn't know Taika Waititi was in there.
What?
Yeah, he's in that movie.
That movie's not out yet?
No, it comes out this year.
Okay.
It comes out in May. Alex Trebek is in it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, and Ninja's in it.
Oh, great.
You can't be mad at him.
I don't care who he is, honestly. I know he's like a famous video game player person. Well, I play video games too, and I'm not famous for it, so I'm mad about it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's it. I didn't see anybody else that I knew. So, yeah. Let's get to these likes. Would you like to go first, or you want me to go first?
Up to you.
I have a few.
Okay. Up to you. I don't know.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck it. First like. Nostalgia. That's it. I knew I wanted to see this movie, and I didn't care what happened in this movie. I knew I was going to like it. And that's literally, I can give you my score right now, because that's literally it.
That's your like?
I was going to like it. No, I got more.
Okay, I was going to...
Just because Tom and Jerry. As soon as it came on, I was like, I like this movie already. I don't care if they were never in it again. Well, that's not true. They got a lot of screen time, and I was pretty happy about it. And
they better.
Fair.
They got top billing.
Fair. Next up, Droopy as the Joker and Hannibal. I wrote that down immediately.
Same.
They showed Droopy the dog, who's hilarious. He was also in Roger Rabbit. He was the elevator guy.
Going up, sir. Classic.
Talent right there. He was on a poster of the Joker as the Joker. The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, it was within like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, facts.
And you had to like look behind Tom, like, oh, it's great.
And I was like, that's amazing. And then when he was in the dog kennel, he was Hannibal Lecter. I loved it. So that was a like. It made me smile. I wrote hijinks. Just the overall hijinks of Tom and Jerry. 3 of us were watching this movie. We were laughing.
Yeah.
Every time Tom and Jerry came on the screen, there was laughter.
3 adults.
3 adults. Not a child in sight.
Yeah.
And laughter. What was not to like, honestly. Right. That's at that point. Exactly. Agreed. Next up. All the other animals were cartoons.
Yes.
I love that part. The elephants, the tiger, the birds, the pigeons in the beginning. What else you want?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is amazing. So it's not even what it did, though, to go a little more in depth, I think. to get my Martin Scorsese on, it made humans not question a cat and a mouse being cartoons.
Yeah.
Because now this showed, though, in the movie world, that this isn't just a one-time thing. Every animal is like that. Cats, dogs, other rats, goldfish, peacocks. All the animals in the fucking movie were roaches.
Yeah.
all the animals in the movie were cartoons. And honestly, I was like, that was a good choice. Whoever thought that was a good idea, it was a good idea.
I liked it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I guess I shouldn't say. I guess I wasn't expecting other animals to like play a factor into the movie. Aside, I wasn't even expecting Spike the dog to be there, to be honest. But yeah, I wasn't even like, oh yeah, it's going to be like Tom and Jerry cartoons, and it's like regular ass pigeons, flying around, or like other animals. And the horse pulling the fucking carriage in the park was a cartoon horse.
He was.
Yeah,
I agree. I like this just because it wasn't. I'll just read it. The Royal Gate Hotel in the 1990s would have been the Trump Hotel. It definitely would have been. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, New York Hotel, yeah. I get why. I get why now in this day and age they called it the Royal Gate.
In this climate?
In every climate.
Okay. In all climates.
Yeah, I was like, that's an interesting. That's interesting. Because again, most of them are just Trump hotels, no matter what. Even Home Alone 2, like all these other shows. Okay, so next, Tom as Batman. Probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. Hijinks ensue, hilarity ensue. Tom is trying to get into a window that Jerry's he's maxing and relaxing. He's eating olives. He's swimming in a martini. Jerry's having a great time. Listen, I wish I was Jerry, because Jerry had a good time the whole movie. And Tom, determined to get in his window, walks across an electrical wire 6 times, gets electrocuted 6 times. And then he's like, you know what, I'm going to fly. So just like he does in a cartoon, he tapes some boxes to his arms and tries to become a human flight machine, cat flight machine, I don't know. He dives from a taller building down, gets momentum, goes all the way back up, hits the moon, makes the Batman sign.
That was good.
And I was like, you can't get it.
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, oh, this has to be what it is. Because it was a Warner Bros. I was like, we already saw a Joker thing. I was like, is this it? And you were like, yeah, it's Batman.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, okay. Yep.
All right. So, yeah, the Batman thing was just classic. Loved it. Next. I was going to say this while we were watching it. And I blurted out. I was like, I don't remember when. And I stopped myself. I don't remember when. So it could have been today. Mm-hmm. Could have been years ago. I don't remember when I figured out his name was Tom, and Tomcat is a thing. Mm-hmm. I honestly never put 2 and 2 together. And honestly, it could have been today. And I was just like, that's hilarious.
Was it at the end when it was like Tom D.
No,
Cat?
this was in the middle of the show. I was just like, Tomcat. That's a thing. Like, I was like, yeah, I knew that. Right? I don't know. No idea. But I love that, and I think it's clever. And I don't know why. I just think it is.
Jerry A. Mouse.
Yes. I was going to give that a like. Is that one of your likes?
No.
I would give it a like.
It might be.
A write-in.
It might be now.
Is it?
It might be. It might make it.
The fact, at the end of the movie, the Dubros guy says, we had a little help from Thomas and Jerome. And I was like, that would be hilarious if that was really their name. And I think I said that out loud. Yep. I was like, I think that would be hilarious if that was their name. And then I was like, wait, what if it was their name? And then I thought, and then all of a sudden the title card comes up and it says Thomas A. Cat and Jerome A. Mouse. I was like, I had no clue.
That was good stuff.
Did you ever know that?
No.
No one knew.
No. Because usually in their cartoons, there's usually like one human being that you see from like the knees down. It's like, now Tom, you get rid of that mouse or I'm going to kill you.
Right.
And then they're gone until the end of the episode when they come back and the house is fucking burned down or some shit.
But of course, the people who draw it, they give them full names. I would do it.
Why not?
I would give them a full name.
Like, this is my character.
You know what I would write? Thomas A as an alley. Thomas Alley Cat. I fucking genius. Me, that's what I'm talking about now. The guy, he did a good job, but if A is not Alley, then it's dumb. Okay, last like. The Matrix is in fucking everything, and I'm gonna keep saying it until you fuckers believe me and understand that the Matrix is in everything. When they were about to fight, Jerry does the move, he does this, and Neo does that. He does that move, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I was so fucking excited, and I was like, you can't take this from me. No one...
Was that when Tom had the fucking hammer?
Was that it?
Was that the part?
I don't know. Oh, maybe, yeah.
When he had Tom had the big wooden hammer, and then Jerry does the pose, and Tom's like pulls out a bigger fucking hammer.
Yes, something. I was like, yes, please, more of this. I was like, Jerry's a beast. I love Jerry. Jerry is my favorite of all time.
Jerry's a little bastard in this
movie.
He
is. But he's so good.
Oh, he's still funny as shit.
I was on his side the whole time.
I was kind of on Tom's side.
Fair, but Tom can never win.
He never gets it.
I don't care about the underdog.
Tom never gets it done.
Not in the movies. The underdogs do nothing for me. I want to, in my distant reality, I want to win. I want to be an asshole while I'm winning. And I want to rub it in your face.
So you want to be Jerry, you want to be Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
Say, that's not a bad thing, honestly.
Same. I don't want to be Elmer Fudd.
Because my favorite's Daffy of the Looney Tunes, and he was the same way. When he wasn't the bad guy, he was the one rubbing people's face in the shit. So yeah, gotta love it.
Factuals.
And he was like legitimately insane. And I love it.
Who?
Daffy.
They all are.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would be Roadrunner, fucking shit up, sticking my tongue out, beep beep. Come catch my dust.
Watching you die.
Yes, every time. Walking out into nothing and then walking back. Easy. That happened multiple times. Fucking him going through a brick wall and then Wiley hitting the brick wall.
The little like painted on tunnel thing.
By the way, that so part good. Of Community came up.
Right.
No, Troy, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I didn't believe
it. I didn't. I may have done some damage there.
I felt so bad for Troy.
It's great. Your heart shaped like a heart and the smell of pie can make you float. Just go for it. You gotta believe.
Oh, man.
Painted himself. I think he says it earlier in that episode.
He
too.
does.
He's like, I painted myself. It's like I painted a tunnel inside a library. I'm gonna take a run at it later.
So good. He set up this joke. I love it.
That's so good. So dumb.
Okay, that's all my likes.
Okay,
you go.
I got a few. First one, the chalk outline mouse in the fucking car. I was losing it already at that part. It was like, oh, someone fucking died in this car. Like on what would I guess be like Jerry's balcony equivalent, I guess.
Fair.
Like someone died out there. He didn't want it. I don't blame him. Because that could have been him for all he knew.
Right. It could be me next.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Droopy is the Joker and Hannibal Lecter. I mean, you said it, and we watch the same movie, so we like the same. We watched a lot of the same stuff.
We watched the same movie.
It was classic.
We should do that. We should review 2 movies, and then Sarah likes, I like this. Oh, did you? I didn't see that part. We didn't watch the same movie.
Different movie. I'll do a movie, and you do like a different movie of the same series. They're like, yeah, I'll do Spider-Man, you do Spider-Man 2, and we'll both be like, oh, we both like Spider-Man. Cool. What else did you like? Well, I like Doc Ock. Oh, fuck, he wasn't in that one. But we'll have a lot of the same likes still, I bet. Like, oh, Aunt May, boring.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, cool. Villain, probably cool, unless it's Topher Grace.
Did I like her in the new one? I don't
Marissa
care.
Tomei?
Yeah, I don't really care.
I don't really care.
Yeah, and of none of them, right? But the first one, she was kind of cool. Well,
the first one, she was a sweet old lady.
The second one, she was kind of cool.
The second one, she was Sally Field.
Second, Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like second incarnation of Spider-Man.
No, yeah, the second Spider-Man 2, she was when she hit Winger because he was trying to steal.
Bank.
She was a good one then.
Yeah.
But then she almost died. She was very...
She made it through all those movies, too.
She did.
She was old and frail. She got fucking carried up a building by Doc Ock in that movie. She was
did.
fine.
Agreed.
Yeah. Uncle Ben couldn't make it, though.
Well.
He was not allowed to make it.
Factuals.
Other likes. What was that? Oh, yeah. In the credits, Tom and Jerry as themselves. You said it, and I'm going to go back to it because it was great. I just enjoy it because everyone else is like, oh, it's an actor, it's an actor, it's an actor. Tom and Jerry, like, Jerry never speaks, so he doesn't have a voice actor. And Tom only, like, the only sounds he makes is usually, like, screaming. And I'm pretty sure they use the same, like, screams from back in the day because it always, like, it's very distinctive to me. Like, I recognize that as, like, oh, that's a Tom scream. Tom got fucked up.
Yep.
Or, like, he's on fire or some shit, or he fell off a cliff or something.
Agreed.
Good stuff.
I'll say he does sing, but I don't think it was his voice.
He does sing in some of the old cartoons, too.
Yeah, but it's never his voice.
But, like, they never really said, like, who it was.
Yeah.
And in this one, he was auto-tuned, which is kind of fucking ridiculous.
I think which was hilarious. I think because in the old cartoons, he was always, like, jazzy.
Mm-hmm.
He had the very, like, Louis Anderson kind of voice.
Louis?
I'm sorry. Shit.
Louis Armstrong?
Yeah, that guy. Shit. Yes, Louis Armstrong kind of voice. He would always be playing the piano like, ooh, baby, like singing like spirituals and shit. Let me stop.
A lot of our likes are pretty similar. I love that every animal was a cartoon character. Mm-hmm. I like the tiger in particular. When during the wedding, when everything starts breaking down, and Tom grabs Jerry, and Spike grabs Tom, he's like, you, and the tiger fucking sneaks up behind him, he's like, no, me, and I was like, yes, because fuck Spike.
You don't like Spike?
He's funny every now and then, but he made it his job to just ruin fucking Tom's life.
Spike is a straight man.
I guess, because sometimes he gets fucked up. Mm-hmm. Or off, because Jerry's always like, oh, I got this guy in my back pocket. He'll do whatever I say because I'll give him like a steak or something, or he'll just help me out because he hates Tom.
That's facts.
And Tom almost always fucking cranks him a good one. Like Tom's always got like a bat or a golf club or an anvil or something up his sleeve. But then Spike immediately shrugs it off and just like pounds him into the ground like a fucking tent pole.
Fair.
And it happened in this movie also, but I just like the tiger getting one up on him.
That's fair.
He's like,
that was a good one.
Fucking kill you.
I was gonna say Spike always kicks out of the 2 count. Like, he always kicks out at the last minute because like he gets hit and it's like, oh, this got to be over for him, and then the fucking bump shows up.
Yeah. When the bump came up and he like tapped it down and then it popped up somewhere else, tapped it down, and he's like, oh fuck it, and just hits him again. Great.
So good.
Yeah, I liked Spike. He's funny.
Yeah.
But if it's between Tom and Jerry, like you can have just the two of them and not even need Spike. Yeah. But Spike is always he's funny.
I was happy he was there.
Yeah,
I didn't. The tiger was there.
Yeah. I didn't mind Colin Jost. I don't mind him as like kind of a doofusy character.
Yeah, he was kind of funny.
Him and his wife were cool. Ken Jeong I enjoyed.
Facts.
I don't think I'm ever going to complain about seeing Ken Jeong in a movie or like on a show or something. I
think it's a nice Chang of space.
He keeps using his name as like an adjective, and I don't like it.
It's making me changry.
So now I'm doing it. But no, he does have this. And I don't know if he's like a producer on these shows or what. Every like masked fill in the talent thing on Fox. There's like the masked singer, the masked dancer. There's like another one I think called like I Can See Your Voice or something. He is a judge on all of those shows.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I think he's like a permanent fixture on all those shows. I'm like, but good for him. I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, he's a funny man. But I wonder if if he's a producer or something, or he's like just tied in. But he's always involved, and I can't be mad at him for getting his money.
Honestly, that you say that, it makes a lot of sense for them to do that.
Yeah. Because
they used to just get people who weren't funny.
Yeah.
Like, who'd they have the first time? It was Paul Abdul, Simon Cowell, and
like
Randy Jackson. Idol? Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Are they going to say something funny? Because they're not really saying anything funny, and people want to be entertained.
Because all anybody wanted was, like, Simon Cowell being a dick to people.
Exactly.
And that got old.
It did. Until he took it over to the UK.
Well.
He brought it from the UK, made it famous, and took it back to the UK.
And then they put him on, was it X Factor?
Yeah.
It was like him and fucking Howie Mandel. No thanks.
Oh, yeah. I like Howie Mandel.
I don't mind Howie Mandel, but like
I just like Bobby's
a
World.
little bit of him goes a long way for me sometimes.
Did you watch Bobby World?
Yeah, as a
That's
kid,
the only thing, yeah.
I watched it. I didn't think it was
thought-
great. It's the
it's
the
dumb.
show that I watched, waiting for the other show to come on afterwards.
What came on after?
Pick something. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
Like I couldn't tell you the time
I would
slots.
say, I think Bobby's World, I thought that came on in the morning.
Yeah, it was on in the morning.
Yeah, I just watched it while I was eating cereal. I loved it. I love Bobby. Bobby had a very good imagination. He
But
had
I
a
would-
huge head. His mom was she the Don't You Know?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I loved her. I just loved her whole Don't You Know, Bobby. I was like, yeah, that's good right there. I thought for the longest, no, hear me out, Chris.
I'm listening.
I thought Howie Mandel was in Jurassic Park.
What's that? We're like, what part did you think he had? Do you think he was a lawyer?
No, I thought he was Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, he wishes.
They look alike. They both have in Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum has like curly black hair.
Yeah.
And before he shaved his hair, Howie
Yeah.
Mandel had curly black hair, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, I like this guy." And then in the second one, I was like, "Oh, this is a new guy." And they're like, "No, this is the same guy from." I'm like,
Same guy.
What? That's the same guy?
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, Jeff
he's
Goldblum.
the star now.
He was in The Fly," and I'm like, "What?"
I never saw that.
Me neither.
I know that's like what big role.
That's what people
know
say.
him
Yeah,
from.
and I'm like, I looked up The Fly. 78.
Yeah.
Why would you even bring that up to me? What is wrong with you? Do you not know my...
You're like, no, that's the apartments.com guy, or that's the Grandmaster
Yeah.
from Ragnarok.
Right. This was years ago. I've realized there were a difference. I think when Deal or No Deal came out, I was like, oh, okay, these. So it was
That show. I liked that show for like a little bit, and then I was like, this is boring to me
Yeah, it
now.
kind of got boring.
No one
'Cause people are stupid.
wins, or like everyone takes the deal, and it's always like, oh, psych, bitch, you won $50.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I didn't care for it.
Basically, sorry, I got you off track.
Oh, you're good. That's the whole show. It's just us getting each other off track.
It's crazy.
Next, like when the whole sequence of Tom trying to get in that fucking room that Jerry's in through the window. He walks across the power lines, doesn't even get zapped by the wire, gets hit by fucking lightning. Like 8 times. And like he gets hit by lightning, then he has an umbrella. The umbrella takes the hit. And he's like, oh, I'm safe now. Tosses the fucking umbrella, walks 2 steps to gets hit by lightning. Classic. And then at one point he's like, fuck this, just runs across the wire, Jerry cuts it. I think Tom gets hit again, falls, picks himself up, gets struck by lightning on the fucking ground.
Yep.
And then he does like the whole Batman thing, flies up to the window, gets his hands on the windowsill, and Jerry like looks at the camera, like raises his eyebrows, fucking slams it down on Tom's hands, and he does that old Tom scream, like, ah, down to the fucking street. Great.
I think he gets hit by
I
lightning.
think he gets hit by lightning again. And then he finally gets in, or they like show Jerry in the room again, and he's watching Young Frankenstein.
Yes. I forgot about that.
Love it. Yeah. Fucking love it. And he's just like eating olives, chilling out, and there's like a tap or something at the window, and he looks over, and Tom is at the window, and he looks just like fucking Marty Feldman, who was in Young Frankenstein. I know you said you didn't see it, but if you look up Marty Feldman in Young Frankenstein, the dude, I don't know if he had like a condition or if he like made himself look that way. His eyes were always like popping out of his fucking head and looking in like 2 different directions, and that's exactly what Tom looked like in the window, and I lost it.
You were laughing, and I was
oh
like,
my God, I was
must
dying.
have missed it because I did not.
Yeah, because like he was doing the thing, like he like was making the dumbass
shit.
face, and he looked like fucking Marty Feldman, and I was losing it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Because what child? What if a kid's watching this movie with you? What kid is going to see that and get the reference? Yes.
That's
Unless you like know who that is, you're not going to fucking get that.
so.
And
That's apparently how he looked.
Yeah, that's just how he looked, and I lost it.
Or did he?
So fucking funny. When Tom was in the window, he looked. Yeah. I don't know if that's something like he could do on command.
Look at the one
because in that
top
one
right.
picture, yeah, it's just a guy.
That's a normal
Yeah,
guy.
I feel like it's something he'd probably do on
John
command.
Hamm. Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the biggest laugh of the movie for me, was right there, and I was loving it. Because also I fucking love Young Frankenstein. The movie's dumb as shit, and I love it. Other likes, the fight cloud tornado, whatever sequences, where they apparently just become like a natural disaster when they like, one of them, Tom grabs Jerry and Spike gets involved. They start chasing each other around. And it turns into like a fucking cyclone tornado. And then suddenly there's anvils and shit and mallets swirling around in it, and people are getting clunked in the head. And it knocks the power out in the whole fucking building. It like blows windows out. I thought that was great. Because whenever it happens in a cartoon, it's like very localized. And it's like bop, boop, bam. Someone gets thrown out and dragged back into it. Even if it's only a 2-person fight cloud.
Right.
The other person gets knocked out, and the one person's still in there beating the shit out of themselves. And then they like look outside, grab them, and drag them back in. Good stuff. I didn't mind. I like Chloë Grace Moretz in it. Because I haven't really seen a lot of things with her aside from Kick-Ass, and I knew she wasn't going to call anybody the C word.
Kick-Ass also.
And Kick-Ass as well. And I don't want to say the word on the podcast because I don't remember if we've ever said it before, and I don't want to be the one to break that trust with anybody.
Fair.
I was waiting for her to start murdering people or drop the C word on somebody, but she didn't because it was like rated PG.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
they're
you're
gonna
just
jump
waiting on a
straight.
PG movie
They're
to be
gonna
like,
jump straight to like,
what about next Tuesday?
will I see you then? But no, I liked it. She was very innocent until she was a fucking con artist.
Factual.
But those are my likes. Do you want to go first for dislikes, or do you want me to go first for dislikes?
Either way. Before you go to dislikes, though, I will say blue raspberries lemonade slushies
Delicious.
that we got today with a little bit of cran pineapple.
Homemade by Chef Keith.
Hey, they used to call me that back in the day.
Voila. Delicious.
Yes, same. But yeah, dislikes. You can go first.
I only had a couple.
Ooh,
Not enough Ken Jeong.
break my heart.
I wanted more Ken Jeong. When we were watching the opening credits and he was in it, I was like, oh shit, because you knew.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. And I was like, oh shit, Ken Jeong. Like, I was like, oh, he's going to be the bad guy. He's going to be all up in their shit. And he wasn't. Like, he didn't get a lot of screen time, and I would have liked to see more of it.
I thought he was going to be a bad guy, too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what character he played. I just knew
Yeah.
he was in it. Because I don't know if I was looking at something on Twitter or something. It was like Chloë. I think that's it. Who else is in it?
The only people,
and Michael Peña.
The only people like in the trailers, like human people
Yeah.
I saw in the trailers
That
were
was it.
Chloë Grace Moretz and Michael Peña, and I was like,
Yeah.
there's probably nobody else in this movie, maybe.
Yeah, and then I saw this one. It was like and King Jeong, and I was like, "What?
Yeah, I was
oh,
like,
he's
this
gonna
is
be the villain."
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna be the bad guy,
Yeah, of
and
course.
like Michael Peña was the bad guy,
For the
surprisingly.
most part, yeah.
Yeah, like he was kind of orchestrating everyone's downfall. And to be fair, I probably should have said in my likes, I kind of liked him.
Oh yeah.
I liked him as that because I've only
Yeah.
I've only really seen him in Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp as like, you know, the guy who's like good-natured and tells a hell of a story.
Hell of a story.
And but he wasn't that way in this movie at all. But I would have loved to see more Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
My only other real dislike involves Spike. The poop and fart gags didn't do it for me. When Michael Peña had to like walk him out in front of the car, and he's like, "How many burritos did you eat?" And he like poops off camera, and he's like picking up. He's like, "I'm picking up the poop." And then I was like, okay. And then at the wedding scene at the very end, like it was a nice scene, like, and they like kind of chuckled at it. I was like, okay, that was dumb, but it's a kids movie.
That's fair.
I can't really hold it too much against it.
That's fair. I just brush it off.
Yeah, exactly. Like it might be me being petty because I don't have a lot of dislikes for it because I generally I enjoyed the movie.
Same.
But those gags didn't hit home for me, and I wanted more Ken Jeong. Those are my
Fair
dislikes.
assessment.
Those are my dislikes. That's about it.
I have one dislike,
Okay.
and I told you what the dislike was before the movie even started. I said,
This is the one that we talked about for like 20 minutes.
"No, I don't
About
think
the
so."
discourse of the use of a certain descriptor of movies.
No.
Okay.
No. That's funny though. No. I was like, I think we were all talking, and I was like, this movie can't be that bad, blah, 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 or something we were talking about. I don't remember the conversation. And I was like, honestly, the worst part of this movie is probably going to be the humans. Let's be honest here. And as soon as I said that, we started the movie, and I wrote that down. I said, verbatim, my dislike says, probably the humans. And I wasn't wrong.
Well, because Tom and Jerry aren't going to be the low point of the movie.
Not at all. They were so high.
And if they were, they're doing it wrong.
Yeah, because that's the only way. Like, honestly, yeah. The only way that Tom and Jerry would have been the bad part of the movie is there wasn't enough of them.
Yeah.
That's it. And I thought it was just enough of them. Just enough. And I understand why you had to have the humans. I do get it. But also at the same time, if they weren't in it, I would have watched it.
Yeah. Like, it honestly could have just been Tom chasing Jerry around a fucking hotel for an hour and a half.
Which would have been hilarious.
Tearing shit up while random people get pulled into it.
Absolutely.
And I probably would have still enjoyed it.
Yeah, because honestly, it's Tom and Jerry, and they were awesome. I love the dances they were doing. They were doing Fortnite dances, which is hilarious. Because even my girlfriend noticed. She was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yep, that was it." She was like, "Damn it!" I was like, the one where they do the thing like this or whatever.
Oh, the one that Jerry did at the beginning.
Yeah, Jerry did it.
When you said, "Oh, he did the dance," I was like, "Oh, it's probably a Fortnite dance."
Yep.
But I remember when Tom did the floss at like halfway point, you're like, "Where's Jaren?" And he was like another cartoon animal doing the fucking floss dance. Love it.
I love you, Jared, but hilarious.
Same.
Watch the movie; it's so good. It's also Sonic. But anyway, definitely the humans. The Chloë was cool. Who am I? I'm a nobody. I do a podcast.
You're somebody.
I'm nobody, but I felt like she had a hard time acting with the cartoons, which I get. Listen, I talk to myself all the time, and I lose track.
We can't all be Bob Hoskins. Let's be fair.
Right. Fair. I don't think she did a bad job. I just thought that it was like you could tell.
Yeah.
And then everyone else, they were okay too. Michael Peña was great. The one girl, she was hilarious. The weird girl. Chloë was cool as what she was. But honestly, the humans made it worse.
That's fair.
And it wasn't even bad. Like, I wouldn't even deduct a point off of them. They just didn't make it better.
I mean, Space Jam. I cared the least about the human beings in Space Jam. I went to Space Jam to see the Looney Tunes. I didn't go to Space Jam to see... I mean, I know he was, like, up there, but I didn't go to Space Jam to see Michael Jordan.
Anytime the humans were only humans and there were no cartoons around in Space Jam was the only time I hated it. It was boring.
Yeah.
I like Michael Jordan. That's a lie. There was one scene where it was hilarious, and it was Wayne Knight, fucking whatever his name is, Newman, was like, "Hey, Mr. Jordan, hey, he was like, what does he say? He goes, it was all of Jordan's ads that he did during the 90s. He was like, all right, Mr. Jordan. He's like, lace up your Nikes, grab your Wheaties, get your Fruit of the Looms, grab your Hanes, and let's head off to the airport or something. And I was like, that's hilarious. That's so funny because, it's hilarious. He was like, well, grab some McDonald's on the way or something. And I'm like, that's funny. But that's it. Everything else was kind of boring. Yeah. But yeah, this one, yeah. But like I said, they didn't make the movie worse. They just didn't make it better. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. But that's the only dislike I have. Yeah. Honestly.
And I forgot to mention it in my likes. And it surprised me that I enjoyed it. The fucking baseball scene. where Tom, Cubs fan, that one fucking player, reached out over the field. Because when it was coach, I was like, they're not going to fucking make this joke. And they did. He reached out and grabbed the ball basically out of the fucking player's hand, and everyone started booing him.
I didn't see it coming until Jerry gave him the glove, and I was like, oh.
I loved it. I don't know why. And I hate sports. I fucking hate sports, but I love when people ruin sports for people who love them.
The real deal, you heard the story about that, right?
What?
The Bartman thing, the Cubs thing. So a lot of people only know that happened. He had death threats for the past 10 years since after that happened. I forgot when it happened. It happened early 2000s.
I believe it.
Up until they won the World Series in 2017 or something, the Cubs, he was getting death threats. And then he got an apology from the city after they won the World Series, from the Cubs organization after they won the series. Hey, sorry you had to move 18,000 times because he had to move out of the city. He couldn't stay there anymore. Yeah. Because they all blamed him for it. They made so many documentaries about him, just him. I was just like, the man is a fan of the game.
Just a guy.
Dude, just a guy. So I don't care that much about sports that much. I really don't. And the thing
Same.
is, it wasn't even the World Series. It was like the playoffs, and they still lost. And it wasn't because of that game. And that's what I tried to tell them. Like, it wasn't even because of that game. It was like game like 2. They still had to pay like 5 more. Like, what are you? Oh, I hate people who they're just the worst. And as someone who plays sports, the worst. And it's always the people who like sports and don't play. They're the absolute worst. Come onto the field or the court and let me show you how it's done.
Good old armchair coach or armchair quarterback.
I hate him the most.
Monday morning quarterback, whatever the phrase is.
Hate him the most. I think you liked it. I posted a status about people teasing somebody because he was overweight. And I was like...
That was Jonah Hill.
Yeah, that's what it was, Jonah Hill. And I posted that. I reposted it. And I was like, yeah, I was teased until I started playing football, which I didn't start until I was like 13 or 14. And then people were like, oh, you're difficult to tease because now you're stronger and bigger and we didn't know. And the people that teased me were people who played. And like, that's the thing. Like people, like I told this to somebody a while ago. I was like, I was teased when I was younger. Well, no, you weren't. Like, yes, I was. Like, I was tall, but I was a big kid. And my parents didn't have money, so I didn't have the clothes. I didn't have shoes. I didn't get my first pair of Nikes until I was in high school. I didn't have name brand stuff. We went to like Heels and Value City to shop. So it's like, yeah, I got teased a lot actually. You know what I mean? Like what was it, the old newsboys in our city? They do a coat drive. That's where I got my coat from every year. So it's like, I got teased a lot. And those people, we all went to the same school. And then all of a sudden I started playing football and I started being just as big and as strong as them. And there was a couple people who didn't play football, but then they came out after a while and they were sorry. And I was just like, oh, look who has the gun now. You can't touch me to save your life. Like, you can't do anything. You are a soft little boy.
Oh, the turntables.
Same. And I was just like, either way. I forgot what we were talking about.
You want to start a street fight with me? You don't even know my real name. I'm the fucking Lizard King.
Same. Either way, but yeah, that guy, he got whatever. But anyway, regardless, that was my one dislike,
okay.
And I'm done.
Okay. Slushie Meter.
Slushie Meter. You can go.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Ooh, okay.
I liked it. I think it was a solid movie. I've definitely seen, like, better movies. I've definitely seen worse. I think 3.5 is a solid score. I can't go 4, but I can go 3.5. I enjoyed it.
Fair. Me?
Yeah. I'll go again.
4.25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I like this one. I am definitely going to watch it again at some point.
Nice.
It was hilarious. I had a good time. Just like everybody, okay, this is how I feel. Like how Star Wars brought you back, the first one, or even the second one, third one, whatever.
Second one. It wasn't New Hope. There was no hope.
It's an amalgam of.
That's fair.
They're all the same.
That's fair.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6.
All Star Wars movies look the same.
Well, as we just did it, like we know.
Yeah.
But either way, no, it just brought that nostalgia back to me, and I was just like, I'm having fun. Like, I'm having fun watching this movie. It's not serious, which is great, and it's the plot is there, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. But the hijinks, the dancing, the singing, him playing the keyboard and the piano, it's so good.
Yeah.
The stakes are high and they're not at the same time. Just so good. The only thing that would have been better is, like you said in the cartoons, where Jerry gives Spike a steak. I remember that always happened, and that was nowhere to be found. But I would have loved that part. But either way,
he did. He gave him like a dog treat at the one point. When he was busy stealing shit from people's bags, he like threw him a dog treat.
Oh yeah, that was her bag.
Yeah,
that was he took a dog treat out of her bag because he's
a thief. Jared was a thief in this movie.
Jared's definitely a thief. Sometimes people need to be.
He stole a big ass diamond ring to use as like a disco ball in his fucking hole in the wall hotel room.
Jerome was living his best life.
He was living large. He had a phone for a smartphone for like a big screen TV. He had
it was plugged up.
Yeah, he had like champagne cork chairs. He had all kinds of shit. He had a bathtub.
He had surround sound.
Yeah.
With the AirPods.
Yeah, he had all
So
kinds of
good.
shit. He had a nicer setup than I do.
Listen.
To be honest.
Listen, ratio of his body to the TV that he had, I don't have a TV that big.
Same.
So, no, I get it. That's what's up. All right. Well, that was Thomas and Jerome, the movie that we just reviewed. I gave it a 4.25. Chris gave it a 3.5.
Did we put a spoiler alert on this one at the beginning?
Spoiler alert. What are they gonna?
I don't know.
There's nothing to spoil.
I don't know. I mean, it's a new movie. I know people.
Because even the King Jeong thing, it was at the beginning. Like,
nah,
I didn't tell you.
That was the biggest surprise
was,
for me. That's fair. That was the biggest surprise for me. Okay, yeah, fuck it.
They still get married at the end, guys.
There's no expanded universe. Shaggy and Scooby don't show up at the end. Like,
who would be in this
like, hey man, we want to talk to you about the. I don't know.
Who would be? Probably the Animaniacs. That'd be sweet. I'd watch that.
I'd watch a shared universe movie with Animaniacs.
Did you ever watch the show?
Animaniacs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
No, the new one.
No, I didn't.
Hulu?
I keep meaning to.
Funny.
I canceled my Hulu because it was being stupid.
Oh, what was wrong? Okay.
So, someone had access to the account.
Oh, yeah. I think you told me this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
was
the whole thing. I canceled it. Like, I had them delete my info as of like a couple weeks ago. Nice. So in the near future, I'm definitely going to get it set up again. That's one of the things I do plan to watch. Oh, okay. But I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you can use mine. I don't use mine.
Well, I'm gonna do the thing where you bundle it with Disney Plus. So I'll have it.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like Hulu, Disney Plus, and I think it's like ESPN Plus.
Does it cost more now?
I think it's $12.99 to get all three.
You watching some sports?
No.
ESPN Plus?
No. Unless they got WWE stuff on there, which I don't think they would.
Sometimes they do stuff for WWE.
Okay.
But that was when Coach worked for ESPN, though. Because I know he was working for WWE.
Yeah.
And then he went to ESPN, so that he started doing segments about wrestling. I don't know if that still... I don't watch ESPN, so I don't know if that still goes on.
Same.
But also, they might have stopped it.
Yeah, they might have.
So who knows? So spoiler alert, guys. Let's see. Next up is going to be, after this, it's going to be Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I tripped you up with that one. I know we told you this a couple movies ago that we were going to do Avengers, but we stopped to do Tom and Jerry. That's the only reason why we stopped.
Nothing else. No other reason.
No other reason. But Avengers is next. Let's see. We do the 4-part series of Avengers.
Yep.
Avengers, Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame. All amazing times. But that's going to be next, just the first movie. And we'll go from there. But stay tuned, because we'll be doing all the new movies that come out. Well, all the new movies. Should we say all?
At least the ones that are hitting HBO Max. The ones that we care about that are hitting
HBO
Max.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're definitely going to do Justice League. You're going to do that?
The Snyder Cut, Justice League, because apparently you have to make a distinction. That's going to be a 4-hour movie.
Is it a movie? Now did they decide what's going to happen?
I think they said it's like 4 hours and 2 minutes is the runtime for it. But I'm guessing like 20 minutes of that's going to be credits. I'm guessing.
Interesting.
Unless the whole credit scene is just Zack Snyder.
That's it. That's fair. One thing that I was watching a different YouTube channel, and what we didn't watch the extended version of Batman vs Superman.
Okay.
We watched the regular. I think we talked about it though, because so the lady who testified against Superman in the extended version, she admits that she lies, gets pushed in front of a train. It's a whole ordeal. So there's so much that we missed. But either way, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Godzilla vs. King Kong. That's all next month.
Do you want to do the 2 movies leading up to that one also?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because if we're gonna do, because we're also gonna do Mortal Kombat.
Shit, but that's in April.
Yeah, but we also want to do the first two, or like the old ones.
Damn.
I mean, we don't have to do the old ones.
I can figure it out.
I wouldn't mind doing the old ones.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, because I mean, we don't have to drop the episodes like as they're coming out.
We don't.
They're like same weekend.
No, we don't. No, we do. For the new ones, I think we should.
Okay.
So this is what I'm thinking. So we may or may not have already watched another movie.
Okay.
But after the Avengers, I can time it out. Kind of time it out with Godzilla.
Okay.
No, it won't work. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll think about it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've already done in the past episodes like, hey, next movie's gonna be this, and then it wasn't. Yeah. So I mean, if it isn't,
maybe what I'll do is we could do, because Godzilla vs. King Kong comes out in March 31st. I want to do the new movies like Tom and Jerry. Like, this is going to be dropped the day that we drop this will be the 5th of March. So in a couple days, because it's a new movie. I think in the Justice League, Snyder, whatever his name is, Snyder, Zack Snyder. I don't think that has to be new, but I think King Kong should. The Godzilla King Kong should be new.
Okay.
And so maybe we could do 2 Avengers, and then we'll do the King Kong Skull Island thing. Oh, we got to do Godzilla, don't we?
Yeah.
Is that part of it?
Yeah. Because there's like a 2-week.
I really don't watch it.
Well, we don't have to then.
Sorry, I'm
not worried about it. Oh, because I've already seen them, so I don't like. I'm not dying to do cast episodes about them.
But like, is it a universe? Like, does it all play together?
Yeah, apparently, yes.
Did you notice this, like, a link?
Yes, there's credit scenes. There's like a post-credit scene for Kong, and then there's, like, they actually mention and show King Kong in Godzilla.
So how many movies is it before this movie?
2.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
I thought there were like 4.
Well, I mean, there's also that Godzilla movie that came out a few years ago, but this one is more important.
Yeah, but no one cares about that.
That one to me was kind of boring.
Okay, so there's the Skull Island.
Yes.
There's not a movie before or after that.
I don't think so.
And then there's
about King Kong anyway.
Yeah, and then there's Godzilla,
King of the Monsters.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so it's like those 2 and then the new one.
Yeah, let's do that.
For me, because I honestly thought the first Godzilla movie was kind of a snoozer.
Yeah, no, let's do that. Then we can also do Godzilla from 1998 with young Ferris Bueller, young Apu, Hank Azaria.
Yeah, Apu.
Let's do that. I love that movie.
I haven't seen that probably since 1999 at the latest.
We just saw it last year. I love it. Mm-hmm. But okay, so next movie for sure is going to be Avengers 1. After that, stay tuned, guys.
All bets are off.
Yeah,
it's the Wild Wild West, but we're not doing that movie.
We're not. We could. I like that movie. A lot of people hate that movie. I love that movie.
I think I remember enjoying it. It was on the TV at work not too long ago, and I was like,
"It's Will Smith."
I missed this.
Will Smith is always good.
Yeah.
And Salma Hayek. I know Kevin Kline's in it. I don't really know what else he's been in, so I don't care about him.
Yeah, honestly, I just remember Will Smith.
Wild Wild West, the song, and Salma Hayek. And Salma Hayek, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if this is misogynistic, but I think she's a very attractive woman.
Same.
She's practically naked the whole movie. I have no issues with that. That's just me.
I don't remember that part of it. I got to rewatch this movie.
Yeah, when they first show her, she has on like nothing but like lace, like just straight. I'm like, okay. And it came out like 1998, and I was 15. So I was like, no, I was 12. I was like, oh, this is where I'm at in life. Good.
This is me now.
Yeah. So either way, all right. So that's it then. That was Thomas and Jerome, the movie. Great movie. Go see it. HBO Max. It's also in theaters.
Or theaters, yeah, if you're so inclined.
If you are, go do that.
Sneak in some snacks, or buy them there if you're rich.
Yeah.
If you're feeling fancy,
you got your taxes back.
Yeah, if you got another stimulus check.
Wait till that stimulus come out. The movie theaters will be packed when that stimulus comes out.
Maybe.
I bet restaurants are going to be. Ugh.
I'm open.
Yeah, for you, not for me. All right. Either way, Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and the like. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe to our Patreon. We don't. I set it up a little bit, but I don't know how to.
We should. No,
I mean, I know how, but I don't.
Gotta say it.
Oh,
I was like, we should shoot a camp, or we should shoot a calendars.
Oh God, Chris! All you January to December, you got it.
Hawaiian shirts every month. Yeah, I finally have one.
Hawaii.
I'll have to get more.
Yeah,
Ooh.
just tied up in different styles.
Daisy Dukes, and I'll tie it up around my face so you can't see what I look like. I'll put a bag on my head.
There it is. Different looks on the bag.
Yeah.
Dressed like Joker one time.
I'll staple a picture of Hugh Jackman to the face of it at one point.
Yes. Him and the magician.
Directly to my face.
Illusionist.
Illusionist, Michael.
All right. That's it, guys. All right. This has been Keith.
And Chris.
And we'll see you next time.